We just sold this property and we made a lot of money. Why? Because when we bought it, we did our homework, we had a plan, and we executed the plan. In this video, we're gonna show you how to create value in a retail shopping plaza. We had 3 assignments to accomplish this particular property. Every tenant here is triple net, correct?
100%.
So that means that all the expenses to run the property get pushed back on the tenants. It's a cost of them being here to do business.
Correct.
So basically, we collected pure 100% real rent per square foot. And all the it's called CAM.
Common area maintenance, insurance, and real estate taxes, yes.
Every month, he collects a portion from each tenant to pay the bills. So basically, you get the rent, you get the money to pay the bills. We had an opportunity to improve the place. What else can you ask for? If you're gonna buy retail and you wanna make money, you gotta buy it with vacant space. Why? Because the vacant space ain't making no money. So therefore, it's not part of the computation of a cap rate. You get it for free. All you gotta do is figure out what is it gonna take to rent it.
So look, this space right here was 2,800 square feet. So what did we do? We came in, popped a wall down the middle.
What's the holdup? How come nobody's here working? What's going on?
Made 2 spaces that are 1,400 square feet. We put a door in the back because it only had 1 door in the back. We put another bathroom because it only had the 1 bathroom, tied in all the plumbing. We put another water line so we can individually meter the water so the tenant pays their own water. We had a new meter for electricity put in also. Tenant pays for their own electricity, their own water, their own trash. Triple net. That's all they got to do is pay us for the CAM, and then we rented it to Coastal Animal Clinic. Veterinarians stay forever, okay? They have such an extensive build out that they really don't move that much. Once they're in, they're in. So that was a great tenant. My dear friend, Mike Bonus, found that tenant.
Basically, Mike Bonus got us into retail.
Right.
Okay, but he was old school. Because you're brilliant! You're a brilliant Greek guy! And these guys had to learn how to take it up to new school. And remember, if you're gonna buy retail, our opinion, always try to have necessity retail, okay? Everybody loves smoothies. Yeah, mango? Anything you can do with very little sugar in it, okay? Especially with a drive-through. Everybody needs an animal clinic. That's medical, just medical for animals, okay? Necessity real estate, that's what you want. Vincent, what did you do in these 2 spaces? You were in Boca.
Kept the tenants happy after we did it. He kept the tenants happy.
I was here. I was here watching Little Ben. You know, contractors where he has to fucking damn near do everything. I put a new roof on the fucking this one.
Can you stop using the word please?
I'm sorry, you get me all. What did you do? What the hell did you do here besides stroke a check?
There you go.
And make a couple phone calls.
I'm the money.
I know what Little Ben did here. I know what I did here.
Everything is done under my direction.
Anyway.
If you want to rent to any type of tenant, except
retail.
Maybe multifamily, you want to rent to retail, I'm going to tell you right now, you got to go to a professional.
You're too fly today, man.
Fly, all right. Fly, man. He's a fly that I'm getting ready to swat. If you don't sell this damn deal already, you got to deal with professionals whenever you want to accomplish something. We hired retail leasing agent that specializes. They spend their entire life and pay their bills based on leasing retail. They're a specialist. So we turned it over to them. They did the proper marketing. They found us the proper tenants, and we did the deal.
I mean, you got lawyers, you got real estate people. We go to brokers when we look to find deals, so same thing.
You know, we could have put a sign up in the window and stood here for the rest of our life trying to rent this thing out, okay? You need to do it in a professional way. Plus, we ain't got time. We got to focus on what we're doing. So always try to find the right professional that can assist you, and believe me, their fee is worth it, because every day that place is staying empty, we're not making no money.
Typical fee on a leasing agent is probably 6 to 8% depending on who you're dealing with. I mean, if you're dealing with a national person, then they got to pay national. So they're going to want to pay 4% to somebody else, so they're going to want 4%.
Everything's negotiable with commissions. There could be 1 broker involved that leased it. There could be 2. You got the broker that brought the tenant. You got the broker that had our listing. There could be a split. Always try to negotiate. when you're signing a listing agreement for your property. That's the time to sit down and make the deal. And they got it done, we got it rented, and that took our cap rate up, baby. What is going on here?
So, everyone knows that we own the shopping center across the street from Raymond James Stadium. We got a call from guess who? And when you get that call, there ain't no denying it. So you know what I did? I handed the phone to Little Ben.
Basically, after that, we negotiated a lease. We had already had some dealings with them previously on, other projects, so I knew kind of how they did business. Well, on that one, we didn't collect any money. Okay, there was no rent. It was just, oh shit, we get Tesla chargers, superchargers at our building, right? So it was another retail center in Tarpon Springs, okay? And so what happened is we just let them come in. After that, we came to them and we negotiated for a little while. First, we were negotiating on Midway and we pushed the rent up too high that they walked away. This one, we negotiated on and they accepted. And so we got a lease agreement together and we signed that lease, and years later, they started construction. We did all this probably 3-4 years ago. We actually signed an agreement with them, but it took all that time for them to coordinate through the permitting and everything and get it rolling, and now it's finally rolling.
Okay, so basically, he had experience with Tesla already, but it was a long time ago. It's when electric cars started popping. So he thought, listen, we all thought, we talked about it. We said, hey, if we let Tesla come into our other shopping center, that's gonna bring more traffic to our property, and that's gonna cause the businesses to do much better. They'll be happy, we'll be happy. It's all about taking care of your tenants. If this is gonna bring more business to this property, you do it. Okay, the first deal we took, we didn't get any money from Tesla, but they paid for everything. But we gave him some of the space in the parking lot, but we don't get any residual income, correct? Now, he learned. Now, as electric cars got more popular and more people, and he needed more charging stations, in this deal here, you actually cut a deal where they're gonna pay us.
Correct.
So this is extra income for the property. What does that do? Raises up the revenue, which makes our cap rate even higher. This is value add. We're adding something to the property. Why is it value add? Because Tesla is gonna make money on these chargers and they're gonna give us a piece of it. That's adding value, okay? Now, so that's the second thing on this property that was done. Then we got the third improvement that we did to add value. Let's go over there. Listen, think about the last time you were truly vetting someone. Maybe for a partnership, a deal, or even a first date. You didn't waste time. You asked the critical questions up front. Things like, what are you looking for? What's a deal breaker for you? You needed to get a clear idea of whether this person was a right match. Right from the start, baby. Well, the same goes if you're hiring. You definitely want to address key questions first to see if someone could be the right fit for your role, baby. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. When you post your job, ZipRecruiter suggests screening questions to help you hone in on top candidates faster. And today, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Mallah. Their powerful matching technology immediately finds qualified candidates that check all your boxes. They'll recommend smart screening questions you can easily add, helping you quickly focus on the highest quality applicants. It's no wonder they're the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Mallah. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Mallah. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Are companies like that tough to negotiate?
I mean, you're dealing with a global company at that point, right? And so there's many layers of it. So it's slow negotiation. Basically, you present something, they take it to this person, who takes it to this person and that person. Who knows? Maybe Elon himself had to sign off on it.
Wait a minute. The permit process. You see the size of those big giant things there?
They had to have TECO place new transformers, bore new lines from our other transformers that are over here, tap that transformer, bore lines underground all the way over to there to that transformer. Then they put in their transformers to convert the high-powered lines from Tico to energy for the cars. And then each one of those has like a major breaker and everything, but that's all superchargers. That will charge your car in like 30 minutes. Then on top of that, the city made us change the whole plans because we didn't have any handicap stalls, okay? So they require ADA compliance. So what we did is we all figured out a way to give them a little bit of space over there to put one ADA supercharger.
It brings a quality tenant. Every business brings their own type of tenant to the property. Dollar Tree brings a type of tenant. Dave's Hot Chicken brings a type of tenant. Now the Tesla charging stations brings a type of tenant.
What he's saying is, this place is full of diversity. We got all types of people coming here, doing all kinds of different types of shopping, and the whole thing comes together and makes you money, baby. Look at your properties and see what can you squeeze out of those properties to add value. Okay, and this was the second time he did it. He did it in Orlando once in a hotel parking lot. Holy shit! You guys built this little fucking building, and these guys built a fucking city over here across the street. What's the name of your fucking company? Turtle Builders? Your first job was Orlando. You did it there, so you had some experience. But this one was a little different. From start to finish, you know, you went through a lot of stages.
I mean, you guys followed along with me, and you know there was complications left and right. You know, from change orders. I mean, the materials. We were doing this right after COVID, and the materials weren't available, and then the price increases. It was crazy, right? It was a struggle. But what I learned from it, right, and that's the best thing about these projects that my father's allowed me to do, is learning from it. We over-engineered this building. Everything begins at planning, okay? You need to see how much that stuff's gonna cost. You can't just look at a nice rendering and go, oh shit, I love that building.
That's what you did.
And that's exactly what I did.
He got roped in to the big shot engineers and architects running up the bill so the contractor can make more money too.
You know, basically we put mezzanines, we put all types of stuff, steel construction. We could have did this out of just box. Concrete block. No, didn't need all this extra like overhangs and all that, and the big, you know, gutter systems. You see, I really went with the nice niche walls and everything like that. We over-engineered it. It looked beautiful.
Is that Japanese?
Why? Yeah, maybe niche walls and stuff. Why? Because I told the engineer I want to look like next door. And next door is a beautiful brand new dealership, okay? And so we wanted to match that. This is Tampa, so we had to kind of make sure we're keeping up with that new Tampa vibe.
Do you think if you didn't do all that extra work and fanciness, you'd have the quality,
have
the quality of tenant that you would?
I would have still rented it. If it was a box, I would have rented it.
The point is that he learned. He probably could have saved at least a few $100 grand.
At least.
And now he knows in the future, let's think about it before we commit and agree to all these bells and whistles.
Dad,
because
look at the storefronts. They're not even using them. That's $18,000 right there that's not even being used.
So basically he learned, and it was an experience. That's how you learn. But he still did really well. He hit a home run. By building this, really, it contributed to a lot of profit in selling this asset. Okay, and that's really took us over the top. So I thank you, Vincent thanks you, we all thank you. Now do it again, goddammit!
With apartments, let's do 50 units. Let's start off with 20. 20 units.
So the point is this, do it, but do your homework. He did his homework. He knew what these units would rent for in this area before he built the building. He already started talking to tenants, and he got a lot of good response. He got such a good response on this location that he said, listen, once we build it, we'll have no problem renting it. And he did have a bidding war, okay? Shaq is still looking for you because you didn't go with Shaq's Big Chicken, and he's gonna kick your ass. Why? Because they offered to pay us more rent. It's a business, it's not personal. What did you spend on building this?
Like 2 million, couple
of million bucks. By the time he rented it out, it was worth 5+, maybe 6. That's what I'm talking about, added value. If you got property and he goes in and he carves out a piece of that property that we already own, so there's no land cost, and he spends $2 million and he rents it out to top-notch tenants that pay big money, you tripled your money. And Vincent's been managing it and going and eating the hot chicken and testing it every chance he gets. Because he love him some fried chicken.
These are real tears.
Is it hot?
It's a little hot. It's not that bad.
Oh my God.
That's like pepper spray. You put that in your eyes, you're done. Maintaining a property of this magnitude is crazy, okay?
What's the Capex? Capex.
I mean, we spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on landscaping, hundreds of thousands of dollars on fixing up things. I mean, when you have a hurricane, when you have issues coming, when you have fires from these places, roof leaks, I mean.
So basically you made improvements to the tenants, okay? Improvements that we were responsible for.
You're responsible for the roofs on these places. That's a big expense on
And then you
a
rebuild
shopping
the
center.
patio for Wing House outdoors.
Patio, outdoor spaces.
Once you get the place in shape and rented, management. Management is the most important part of real estate. Manage your assets. It entails a lot of things to maintain. And the better landlord you are, the better tenant you're gonna have. So over the past 7 years, we probably tipped the scale between the revenue and the upside in the value. We probably made $50 million.
Step 1, have a fucking plan. Step 2, execute it. Step 3, make the money. No, I'm sorry, I was just
It's
playing
good.
around.
You're probably picking up on what you're supposed to be doing. Took you all this time. All right, what else do you want?
No, go ahead, do your thing.
Now you're supposed
Listen,
to tell them the
I'm
three
getting
things.
old. Soon you guys got to do it. You want me to dump the channel?
This is your retirement plan. You're gonna do the channel forever until
No,
you
because
you
that's still
die.
tied to real estate.
After you die, we'll take over. Don't worry.
Don't take. I'm not taking over his channel when he dies. How depressing is that? I gotta watch videos of him all the time.
You don't have to, he
gonna
does.
be throwing clips of him all the time, and I gotta
Yeah,
watch
Yeah,
that
there's a
shit.
final edit.
We don't
Oh
watch the
my
videos
God.
right now anyway. It's hard to relive it.
I'm going to sail off into the sunset. You guys are now going to have to handle helping the people, okay? The people depend on you. You're going to have to take the torch, and you're going to have to start educating people on how they can be successful in real estate.
Tell Tim, now we gotta help all
You're
the
going to share, okay?
People depend on you,
What the
Vincent.
f***?
You got an earring?
You got a closed hole?
Yeah, he's got an ear piercing. What the hell? You've been
Both
knowing he,
fucking ears? What are
yeah,
you
you
crazy?
know he had his ears pierced.
I don't want to see no fucking earrings. No tattoos.
Got my
no
nipples
earrings.
pierced too.
If you're interested in buying a retail piece of property, or you already have one and you want to see how you can add some value to it, well, here's the experts right here, baby, because they've done it. They've done it and they run it. So go to benmal.com, consult with Ben. Get me on the phone. If I can't answer your question, I got them backing me up.
Get rid of that f***ing camera. I don't want to see it no more.
Share the video. Don't forget about our sponsor, ZipRecruiter. And don't forget, Florida's waiting, baby. Ben'sHotels.com. We got your rooms ready. Adios, amigos.